Imagine plummeting 15 stories toward the pavement, gravity pulling your stomach into your chest. For those terrifying seconds, the world seems to stretch out, turning a brief fall into an eternity. It feels like your internal camera switched into super slow motion, capturing every detail in high definition. Researchers actually tested this by dropping volunteers off a massive tower to see if their brains really overclocked. Does fear grant us a temporal superpower, or is our memory just playing tricks?
Think of your body operating like a lighthouse. Every 90 minutes, a surge of energy, resetting hormone sweeps through your system, specifically cortisol. This rhythmic beat is your ultradian rhythm, a biological metronome managed by your internal stress control center, the HPA axis. If you want to feel sharper, try timing your hardest work to these 90-minute peaks. But these pulses are doing something much stranger than just managing your schedule.
Think about the last time you dropped a glass and watched it shatter. For a heartbeat, you probably saw every individual shard spinning in slow motion. Your brain suddenly started taking way more snapshots per second, a phenomenon called critical flicker fusion. Normally, we process life at 60 Hz, but during a crisis, that rate doubles. If we can actually stretch time like this, it makes you wonder what else is hiding in those extra frames.
Ever wonder why a car accident feels like it happens in slow motion? Your body just dumped a massive wave of stress chemicals, a cortisol pulse, forcing your brain's emotional center, the amygdala, to fire at a frantic pace. Think of it like switching a camera to record 1,000 frames every second. You're capturing so much more detail that time actually stretches. If our biology can bend time like this, wait until you see how we intentionally hijack that signal.
When you hit that morning slump, your instinct is to reach for the mug, but you're actually overriding a built-in biological floodgate. It's like trying to jumpstart a car that's already running. Between 9 and 11 a.m., your system naturally floods with an energy spike called an endogenous cortisol peak. If you wait for that wave instead of caffeinating, you skip the afternoon crash altogether. But this chemical timing is only the first layer of the trap.
Think of this like pulling back a heavy bowstring. You take 3 sharp, staccato inhales to spike your stress response, followed by 1 long, controlled exhale to steady your aim. This is Protocol B. You're forcing your adrenaline and cortisol into a state of synergy, creating a surge of focused energy through a catecholamine feedback loop. It sharpens your awareness to a razor's edge. But this hyperfocus hides a secret consequence that changes everything.
Ever notice how a car crash feels like it's happening in slow motion? That sensation of time stretching is actually your brain cranking up its internal refresh rate. Vinci's 2021 study shows we're just shifting from a grainy home movie to crystal clear IMAX. Try focusing on a ticking clock until the second hand seems to pause for a heartbeat. If we can trigger that manually, what happens when we push the dial past the safety limits?
Our perception of time is actually a flexible setting. Think of it like a professional gamer switching to a high refresh monitor to see movement others miss. You can sharpen your own mental sampling rate right now. When you feel a surge of focus, time your exhale to last exactly 8 seconds to stabilize that peak. It forces your brain to process more frames of reality every second.
The full research archive is at jmthomasofficial.com.